Hello everyone, this is Souhaib from Black Metal Artists and Towards Speaks Metal. And today we're sitting down in informal conversations with an interesting band that plays black metal with Arabic influences. Welcome, Gomma.
Thank you very much for having me tonight. I'm really honored to be interviewed by you. So whatever questions you have, you can just go ahead.
Thank you, man. Thank you, man. I'm honored sitting down with you too. So, can you tell us a little bit about Gomma's starting point and what influences that made you do such music?
So Gomma is kind of like the most personal project I have for me, regardless of whatever other things I do or any other types of music I do. Gomma was really something that is based a lot on emotions and on myself. It's almost like a reflection of myself.
Mhm.
Uh, I used to play music, so for years, like since I was a kid, I played piano, I played guitar. Then by age, I played a little bit bass. I really love the instrument of low frequency. And so, as a person who already plays instrument, you're always practicing, you're always writing riffs and composing, even if you're not holding the instrument, you'll be like thinking what you want to compose. So yeah, at some point I had like the courage to whatever I wrote over the years to be okay. Now it's time for me to start recording this and releasing them. I started it on a very low point in
Mhm.
my life. So it was the very first album was really, really fully emotional, fully reflective of the state of being. I mean, the band named Gomma, which means a manhole,
Mhm.
not just the iron cover, what's inside, the sewers, and all the composition of it. So you can understand that it was the music somehow, the goal of it should makes me or make the listener feel like he's inside the manhole. You see, that will reflect the state of being that I was in while starting the project itself.
That's really interesting, man. So, the title of the latest album, Wailing and Madness, نواح جنون in Arabic, suggests a very intense and raw emotions. I mean, can you tell us a little bit about the core concept behind this album?
Of course. So I'll give you a little bit of a background so we can understand this exactly because Wailing at Madness is a very special album. Um, when I started, it was just for the music itself. I wanted to make metal, I wanted to make black metal, and the very first album, it was really on a personal manner. It was more fueled with emotions. In Wailing at Madness, it's more a little bit more philosophic. And there is
Mhm.
like the songs themselves. Sometimes I sing in first person, sometimes in third person, and sometimes in third person about my own self. Uh, it is reflective of the existence itself, the existentialism. That's the main theme of my Wailing at Madness. And I mean, you may say it's a little bit pessimistic. Maybe some will argue, say it's a little bit realistic, but it was really an eye-opening experience for me because the concepts that we usually live by, the principles, for me at that moment, all of them were shattered and I have to build from start. So I had to learn how to live again. And that's the major idea of the album itself.
I
And I
see.
chose to do it fully in Arabic and with Oriental instruments, because to be honest, the more simple answer would be that since I'm Tunisian, Arabic is my first language, there is a sense of a comfort zone, a sense of comfort in singing in Arabic. It's easier, in a sense,
Yeah.
to get everything in place.
That,
On the other hand, I wanted it to have like uh, that part of it that feels more authentic and more like national in my for myself. I'm in a sense I'm a Tunisian. I speak Arabic, so I wanted the album to be really, really reflective of my being, not just about my ideas, but me as a person and my origins and all. Yeah, and it was highly inspired from like bands like Al-Namrood, Nar Jahannam, because they really managed to coin that genre perfectly, and using
Yeah,
the Arabic instruments will give it that flavor, singing in Arabic. And the whole album is recorded in, I think it's Phrygian dominant. So in Arabic, it's the Hijaz scale.
yeah,
So I went full Arabic in all aspects of it. And it simply reflects those parts of me. I mean, like the madness and the wailing,
yeah.
because the first album, it was really emotional. It's not a happy album, so that past still lingers. But now I have a better vision toward the world because some things lost their meaning, some things took place, some concepts just vanished. So it's really like you're living again and you're experiencing the world and existence from scratch, but you have some sort of background of what you already lived, and you are able now to see the difference very, very clearly. So that's the theme, that's the subject, that's the main idea of the second album.
I see. Like you're falling down in the emotions and then representing your country, representing, I mean, the language you speak to people, to, I mean, global scene people, I mean, to the street.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I
yeah.
wanted to blend it in.
And that's a good thing. That's, I mean, a great thing. Like people choose to sing in English, wherever they're from, then you choose to sing in Arabic, your language, your mother language. I mean, to just represent your country.
Yeah, yeah. And on the other hand, there are not really many metal bands that sings in Arabic.
Yeah,
I mean, back then when I was a kid and all, I listened to all types of metal and everything. And the very first band I knew was Al-Namrood and Al-Jahannam, and almost like these are the only two that really had an impact, and they sing in Arabic. It was something that really caught my eye, and it was something different. It's not something that you can see everywhere.
yeah. That's special. That's special. Yeah. About the songwriting and the recording process of like Wailing and Madness, what were the new methods or challenges you faced in bringing this vision to life?
I see. Um, So the very first challenge that I faced was converting the songs from being acoustic to the electric guitar. Because before I even start playing electric guitars, I always went ahead with a classical or acoustic guitar. So it was a little bit different when you were going to establish the project and start recording everything and put everything in place. As I said, I mean, like I used to play music, I write music, so I have like these nibbles, some papers, some vocals but I have never converted them into full-fledged songs. That's a challenge that I still face till now. Having like a 10 seconds riff that you'd like to turn into a song that really takes lots of effort, and it's not as easy as I thought it would be. For Wailing at Madness, I mean, making it sound Arabic was because I can sing in Arabic for example in the very first album I have two songs that I sang them in Arabic, but the instrumentations, the feel, the vibe was not Arabic enough. It
Mhm.
feels like just a very different song just sang in Arabic. So converting the whole feel, even adding these ethnic instruments, playing only in Frisian dominant. Uh, the melodic tone when you sing, the riffs themselves. I mean, even the drums. As most of the songs I made the drums Arabic percussions, and I converted them in drums. So that way it still feel Arabic. That really took a lot of time to be realized. No matter what I do at the very first phases, it just feels like it's in Arabic, but you can't really have that feeling that you really feel like, ah, this song sounds really Arabic. It is Middle Eastern, for example. It have that ethnic Arabian taste in it.
Yeah.
That was one of the hard challenges. Also, as almost I think all artists, it's the creative block. Like one day you'll get lots of ideas, and then you turn a week with no ideas and you just get frustrating. And that really frustrates me because it's not easy for me to be that motivated or get in that creative state.
Lack
So
of
it takes a very
inspiration.
long time.
ثواني قصي تعيد.
Yeah, yeah. So it takes a very long time to get something from start to finish, and I procrastinate a lot, and I have to keep up with my own pace in order to do it, and it feels like the project itself is going so fast, and I'm not really going as fast as I should be. Regarding the methods, I am not really that very experienced in order to like have a certain method and then establish a new method or find a new method. Um, I am experimenting, like whatever weird idea or whatever idea I see or think of, I'll just start experimenting in that and see what I can come up with.
Yeah,
I mean, if you hear the first album and the second album, for example, mixing and mastering, it's totally a little bit better than the first one. So I learned a lot of stuff. I had to go watch YouTube videos, ask my friends, ask the people that know. So I need to learn that. Mixing and mastering is for me like something that no matter how much you do it, no matter how much you invest time in it, it's not enough. You need even more. And sometimes it's frustrating when you need to get a certain tone, but you can't really get it. Because,
I
in a
see.
sense, there is an idea in your mind. You can imagine sometimes the whole song, but when realizing it, sometimes things don't go your way, and you're not even able to know what's wrong in order to make them go your way. So, yeah. But for example, I started first experimenting without using bass
Hmm.
a couple of, I think, three or even half the album with no bass, just guitars and the instruments. Maybe sometimes I use the seventh and eighth string of the guitar because I used an eighth string guitar. So the seventh and eighth sometimes they can cover up a little bit of the bass frequencies, but I went without bass for that coldness, that harshness, because it will feel more dry in a sense, more bright even though
Okay.
the sometimes the lyrics, the theme itself is not really that bright. In some songs, I try to layer synths in a sense like Arabian strings with the guitars exactly at the same time. That way, the synth can cover up the guitar and it gives some sort of continuity to the sound.
Yeah,
So yeah, mostly these are like technical stuff. Sometimes I stumble upon them by accident. Sometimes I really think them up and see if they can work or not. And in a sense, Gomma, it's really experimental in its techniques, in its like way of creating a song. I don't use the same method or the same template for each song or for each album. I always try just like a cauldron and you put different things in it and you just mix it and hope
I
something will
see.
come out
I
of it.
see.
Yeah.
And that's great. That's great. Given your unique blend of black metal and Arabic elements and your base in Tunisia, like what role do you play in Tunisia and what statements do you hope to make in the global scene?
Well, to be honest, I haven't really thought that far away because at the very beginning, I did not think I will get to this stage. I thought like I'm just a guy making music in his room, uploading it, and that's it. It will stop there. I did not pursue it as much to have a band, to represent the band, to get things around and everything. Um in Tunisia, to be honest, exactly, even globally, I did not think that I would have a position in any sense. I'm really a simple person, very straightforward. I like music. I make the music that I like and I record, I upload it. And it is purely for the music. There is no other um, goal or anything that I'd like to reach more than that. Um, Regarding the statement, I mean, like, we got to all know that, like, black metal especially have a rancid reputation for being like the fanatic of the bunch and all. I really wanted to approach it differently. Like, in a chill way, relaxed way, a very spontaneous way, in a sense that there is no statement, there is no noble goal or evil goal in any sense. It's just I'm feeling some stuff, I'm imagining some stuff, there is some shards of creativity in me, and I just try to realize my thoughts, my emotions into songs. I mean, that's, I think, the only statement that I can make, that this is authentic. And for anyone else, like, if you really feel that and you love whatever you make and whatever the music you make, just release it as it is, because that will feel authentic and that will just be as it should be or as it needs to be. So my statement is just take it easy. You don't have really to overthink things. You feel some stuff, you think of some stuff, you want
You
to
like
make
some
music,
stuff.
just release them. Yeah, just
Yeah,
create some stuff, and that's it. Uh, as simple as it is.
I see. I see. So, yeah, take it slow, step by step, and that's it.
Exactly.
Chill.
Yeah, yeah. Because really, usually you'd find us really tense when it comes to this, but uh, uh, I don't want to be tense. I mean, like, okay, I love the black metal. I know that the black metal and its reputation and the way it is represented usually, and the idea behind it and all, but maybe I'd like to do it differently. And if it will be called something else, I don't really mind. In a sense, my even my description is like, I think I'm doing black metal. I'm convinced that I'm doing it. That's what I'd like to call it, but you don't have to agree with me. There are, of course, elements of black metal in my songs, but I really try not to limit myself in a specific genre or a specific theme.
I see.
So, yeah.
So recently, you dropped a song called Al-Somood with a Jordanian black metal band called Tears of Regret. So, how did this feat, I mean, how did this idea come to life?
Right. So, when I was releasing Wailing and Madness, and I think it was around the seventh or the sixth track. So, on SoundCloud, I received a message from a band called Tears of Regret. At first, I thought it was just me because I know the band. Tears of Regret, the band, I know it. It's like very old. I think they were formed in 2013. And I used to hear them with An-Namrood and everything at that point of my life when I stumbled across that genre.
Mhm.
Uh, Lord Dark, which is the I think the founder and the vocalist of the band, contacted me in SoundCloud. We spoke a little bit, then we exchanged information. We started talking about the music, the inspiration, how we are creating our music, and all that we have in common, and the difference as well. And he proposed that he had an idea about a song, a track that we can do together. So the instrumental, it is based and influenced heavily on the movie, the message.
Yeah,
It is that religious movie that portrayed
the most
uh,
famous Muslim movie.
yes, yes, in every
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, that flute melody, it was like very beautiful. It is kind of haunting a bit. So it was really a good start for our inspiration. He provided me with the idea with a little bit of writing he did, and we tried to influence from that, make our own changes and turn it into a black metal song. So yeah, we worked on that. I worked on the instruments and mixing and all. He actually, all the vocals are his. The lyrics and everything were written and sang by him. He helped me master also some of the elements of the track and everything, and we just kept in contact back and forth online, showing the progress, trying a few things, speaking, changing, like the exchange of files and the versions of the song from the early stage to the release.
I
And it
see.
was a really a great honor, a great pleasure for me to work with him. I mean, like it was one of the bands that I used to hear when I was a kid before even I start even making and releasing music. So it's really it really made an impact, you know.
Salutations to Tears of Regret. Salutations to Lord Dark, the founder of and the vocalist of Tears of Regret. Yeah.
Yes.
So, with the release of Wailing and Madness and Al-Somood في Tears of Regret, what are your next major goals with Gomma?
Okay. So I will take a different turn again. Because as I said before, I don't really want to be limited by the type or the genres or the vibe or whatever. The first album, it was a little bit melodic. The second album, it was oriental. The third album, mostly thinking I would be going with something like Old Norse, like using the ethnic instruments will be like tagelharpa, war horns, something in that sense. I will remain singing in Arabic, maybe add a little bit of English here and then, maybe even add a little bit of Kuthrak, the old Icelandic, for the vibe of it and everything.
I see.
But that's one of the ideas. Maybe I will go through it with Mongolian, but I will really try to hit many cultures, many mythologies, many different vibes, but remain on the same that existential, philosophical, emotional state, yeah, let's say.
I see.
That's actually for the far future because I am like currently working on the new album, which this is the idea. I'm still trying out things, planning out things, seeing where it will lead. For the very short future, um, there may be something a little bit like old Norwegian, like that kind of acoustic guitars, the dark forest type, you know, like that
Yeah.
pictures in the forest and stuff, campfire and that
Burning
coldness,
churches.
winter, yeah, burning churches. Maybe I'm going with something in that sense. I'm really being inspired by Frost, a Norwegian
Mhm.
band, and Einherjar, I guess, if I pronounce it correctly. They really make very good music. The mix between black metal and uh, um, folk, acoustic folk guitar playing is really something that um, I always loved, and maybe it's time I start working on it. And I hope of making a video clip.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm still getting that idea, but if I'm going with that thing, it will gonna be a single track, maybe a very long track in that genre, and would say it's not really clear idea. It's just like very fragments of many ideas and resources, and I'm trying to patch things up and see where it will lead. But there is definitely an album in the making, and there is definitely something that's coming.
Good luck, mate. Good luck. So now we're first finished our interview. So, uh, do you want to make any salutations, any advice, any? What do you want to say? من الآخر.
Yes, sure. First, I want to salute my guitars because without them, I wouldn't be here. Really, there is a very intimate relationship with them. All my friends that really stood by me. Uh, I at some point I was really like buried somewhere, and thanks to Lord Vladimir, actually, the founder and the vocalist of Valak, he really
Salutations to
brought me
him.
to life. He was, yeah, he was always there for me. He's pushing with me on all ends and fronts, and I really appreciate that. And really, I'm in this position right now thanks to him, in a sense. And actually, yes, all my friends uh, and the bands that I have interacted with, uh, and to the people that like my music. I really did not expect people to like my music, and I'm that kind of people that I really work for the minority of the minority.
Yeah,
These are my people. So I was really kind of shocked when I found that actually people liked my music. You know, there is maybe that kind of side of being an artist that you're never satisfied with what you do. You
yeah,
always see it faulty, but other people may not. But at some point, I know, like the band's name is Gomma, and the harshness in it, and I knew from the start that this is not something for everyone, even for the people that likes the extreme, even for the people that loves metal, because I'm breaking the let's say the general rules, and I will be breaking more rules of what defines the metal and what defines black metal and what defines I'm really breaking free from all of these on purpose to just be in a sense that there is a lot of political issues around it. There is a lot of making it really something that serious. While we can just be relaxed, we can be happy to do the music that we love without really overthinking things. It's really
Yeah,
simple and straightforward.
yeah,
So yeah, the people that hears the music, I really hope you love it. Even if you don't, well, I really hope you love it, or you don't. It's kind of that's the point.
yeah.
That's in a sense that's the point.
So thank you again, Goma, for accepting my invitation for this interview. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. I mean, to make more videos, more interviews. Work out,
Yes.
be metal, stay metal.
Thank you as well.